Banana.
You remember what this assignment's about?
Yeah.
Banana.
Bananas.
That's like his power word for some reason. I don't know why.
It's a good word.
Do you remember what the assignment's about? Just so you remember.
Bananas, I think.
No.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Misha Banana.
Misha Banana.
All right.
Or just
So-
Mr. Bananovich.
Where do you live now?
Well, I'm in witness protection, so it's hard for me to disclose this information. But no, I live in Massachusetts at the moment, in Salem, Massachusetts, which is known for the witches and the Halloween and all the scary stuff.
What's special about Halloween in Salem?
Well, this is where they had Salem witch trials. So a bunch of people were unfortunately killed because they thought that they were in cahoots with the devil. And it was really a big deal here. There's a lot of people that got, killed for it. Women, some men. And years later, it just became more of a traditional thing to celebrate all the craziness that was happening here with the Halloween spooky, scary stuff. And and over the years, this area just attracted a bunch of other kind of nomadic people. Yeah, well, like witchcraft people that are fortune tellers, people that worship bananas.
Where were you born?
I was born in Ukraine, which is quite far from where you are.
Where is it close to?
Well, it's close to Russia, but Russia is also kind of huge. So it's all in the part of Eastern Europe. Are you big on Christmas?
Yeah.
Is that your biggest holiday? That's your favorite holiday?
Yeah.
So my big thing was to tell you about how we celebrate it out there. Like who brings you gifts during Christmas?
Santa Claus.
Yeah, of course. Well, in Eastern Europe, we kind of celebrate Christmas differently. We do. I mean, there is a Christmas during like January 7th, but we really celebrate New Year's, and we celebrate kind of like the welcoming of the new year, because they didn't want it to be religious, and they want it to be more spiritual. And we don't have Santa Claus. We have our own version of him, really. His name is DED MOROZ. Or
Wait, does he ride on a donkey?
no, he doesn't ride a donkey. He actually has his own sled, and instead of reindeer, he just has big old horses that pull him, or actually just one big horse. He couldn't afford a lot of horses. So he just has one big horse, big butt, and it pulls him around. And he's not a big guy like Santa Claus. So he doesn't have a big belly. He's more kind of tall, and he doesn't have like a bushy beard like your pops, but he's got like a long beard like a wizard. Actually, like your pops. Yeah.
Not
But-
quite.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's really long, and yeah, like a wizard. And he does carry like a staff with him, which is like a wizard stick.
Like that makes
Mhm,
that makes all spikes come out of the wall.
pretty much, and he travels with his niece. Her name is Snegurочка. Yes, her name is Bananas. So which is Bananas. So, and he doesn't wear red, he wears blue and white
Uh-huh.
primarily, and he doesn't show up when kids leave cookies and milk for him, which is why Santa's so fat. He just like kids get around a tree, and they don't call it like Christmas tree. They call it Yolka, which means like the tree of the new year, but it's still a Christmas tree. It's decorated the same way, and now you guys you have presents under a tree, right? When you collect them, so they do it the same way, but Ded Moroz, he doesn't come through the chimney at night like a creep. He which is nothing wrong about it, but he shows up when kids leave bananas for him in the kitchen. You know? So no, but really kids get around a tree and they chant his name like they're worshiping him, and then their eyes roll back, and then Ded Moroz walks in.
With bananas.
Yeah, it's bananas. See, that's when it's appropriate to say bananas. And he doesn't live. Now, do you know where Santa Claus lives?
In the North Pole.
Yeah, that's where he lives. And Ded Moroz, he lives in like the coldest part of Russia. You know, it just big tundra, and it's just super freezing. You know how cold it is there? Have you ever put, well, probably don't do it, but if you put your head in the freezer, that's how cold it is over there, you know? And so it is rough. And his wife, her name is not Miss Claus. Her name is Miss Spring, kind of like, the new spring, the new arrival of the new beginning. So pretty different, huh? And and then when they celebrate New Year's, it's like they're celebrating Thanksgiving. Like everybody that's Eastern European, they all have the same food on the table. And then, of course, it's kind of like Christmas because they have the tree and the gifts. And you have a question?
Do they have elves?
No, no elves, really. Surprisingly, right?
Yeah. How
So
did
he was telling you about the New Year's. What was he? Where was he?
Mhm.
So yeah, you said it's like a big feast.
Yeah, it's a huge feast, like a Thanksgiving feast. And like the food, it's like Thanksgiving, like, it's all traditional, same food everywhere. Um, and then of course it is still a celebration of the new year. So it's, like the new year, they have the whole ball drop celebration, everything. And then it's like your Christmas because it's got the gifts and the Christmas tree and everything like that. Um, but the characters are slightly different.
Do you exchange gifts on New Year's too?
Yeah, the in Eastern Europe they don't really celebrate Christmas like on the 26th, 27th. Um, if they're if they want to be super traditional, then they'll celebrate the old Christmas, which is January 7th. But but yeah, they don't. The ones that do celebrate it, they don't celebrate it with Santa Claus and the way they do it in America. Like all that happens during the New Year celebrations, and I think it's all because they were trying to, like, I guess, get away from Christianity or something back in the day. But either way, it's just slightly different, but still kind of the same.
We kind of celebrate January 7th too. That's when we decide that we keep our Christmas decorations up until then because that is. Do you call it Epiphany there? Is that what that's?
Hmm.
Or in
Yeah,
Ukraine, what is it called in Ukraine?
yeah. Well, they call it Christmas slash Old New Year.
Okay, Old New Year.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So,
is it
but they
burning in because that's like the day that the wise men came, right? It's like the 12th
hmm
Christmas. Yeah. Do you remember what they call that in Puerto Rico? What they call that? What 12 days after Christmas? What do they call that? That
Mm.
they celebrate and exchange gifts. Do you remember what they call that in Puerto Rico? Yeah, you do. Remember?
Three Kings Day.
King's Day? Oh, that's cool.
King's Day. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. The
Yeah.
Sacramento King's Days.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Where they
Yeah.
straw for the camels.
Mhm.
How they got the camels, but
No, that's cool. I was gonna tell you some of the food they make. It's just it'll sound really kind of alien to you.
Yeah.
Uh,
what is the food?
well, one of them is called haladets, which is like meat and eggs and potatoes and stuff. But it comes like in like a gelatin form. So it's kind of like it looks like meat jello, which just sounds like prison food, but it's actually delicious. There's one. It's called uh, Silioda Podshubkai, which translates to fish in a fur. It's just herring fish, and it's covered in beets and potatoes that are all shaved, and mayonnaise, which again sounds like prison food, but delicious.
It's the banana.
So,
Sounds like bananas.
it does sound like bananas. It does sound like bananas. But good stuff though. Good stuff. It's
Do you still celebrate any of them?
yeah, I celebrate all of them.
Cool.
I love holidays, so it's any excuse to celebrate a holiday.
Thank you, Misha.
You welcome, Walker Banana Ranger.
Right. You get a little bit of
Banana in you.
a window into why we're so damn tired all the time. Between running
I can't see it at all.
right?
You know?
Between the homestead and Chelsea finishing her degree and homeschooling Captain Banana here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of work.
It's worth it. Well,
Hold on, let me hear. All right.
he's got the natural energy. That's you can't ask for more than that.